Hello student, this is Mrs. Trautmann, and in this video I'm going to explain to you how you write a letter of application or a formal letter in general. Maybe in the future you will be in the situation that you would like to do an internship abroad, or that you would like to study abroad, or that you want to work abroad, and then you are supposed to write a letter of application in English. This is not an unusual situation or something very special. This happens quite a lot to lots of students nowadays and also people nowadays, and so I'm going to show you how you can write this letter. First of all, I'm going to talk about the structure, and then I'm going to give you some hints about the content. And you find all this information also in your book. Here in this video you see a screenshot of the e-version of your English book, and all the information are contained in your book. You can find it in the skills file 10, writing a formal letter, and in the e-version it's on page 129. It might differ in your paper book, just have a look. So first of all, you start with your personal address in the top right hand corner. You don't write your name. You start directly with the name of your street, the postal code, your city, and of course also the country that you live in, and this is Germany in our case. You have to pay attention on spelling because the letters Ü, Ä, Ö are not contained in the English alphabet, so you have to change that. If you have the letter Ü, for example, write it as an U-E, and if there is, for example, the letter SZ, you have to write it as a double S. You continue below on the left hand side with the address that you are writing or that you are sending your application to. Maybe you've got a name, then write this name. Here it is John Keats in the example, Don House in Ipswich. This is the city, and this is the postal code IP3 4BA, and also of course note down the country. Below you continue again on the right hand side with the date, and the date is written like that. You write down the number of the day. There is no point after that. You continue directly with the month, which is written with a capital letter, Großbuchstabe, and of course the year. You continue on the left hand side with a heading. This is the Betreff. You should leave out maybe 2 or 3 lines, and you can choose different options for your headings. Here it is the sentence inquiry about exchange program, but you can also note down, for example, application for the job offer or something like that. You can make something up here. Continue on the left hand side, leave out 2 or 3 lines again, and then there's the actual address of the person that you're writing to. You start with Dear, Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. Keats is the name. You maybe have another name, of course, and after Mr., Mrs. or Miss there's no point, and also after the name there's no comma, so you don't have any punctuation in the address here. Leave out 1 line, and then the actual text starts. You always have to start or to continue with a capital letter, Großbuchstabe. Here it is, I'm writing to inquire about. Of course, the word I, ich, is always written with as a capital letter, but also if you start in a different way, always write it with a capital letter. So then the main part follows. I'm not going to read this out to you because I'm going to talk about the content in a minute. Having written the main part of your letter of application, you leave out 1 line again, and then the last sentence is a thank you sentence. Here it is, thank you for your help, or thank you for answering, thank you for your answer. I look forward to hearing from you soon. This is a good sentence to always write at the end of a formal letter, leave out one line one more time, and then there's this last expression here. It is yours sincerely, but this is actually a mistake because there's a rule. You use the expression yours faithfully when you know the name of the person that you're writing the letter to. Here it is Mr. Keats. So normally you would write here yours faithfully, because if you write yours sincerely, you don't know the name of the person. Yeah, so then it would be like dear Mr. or Mrs. or Miss here at the beginning without the name. Comma, and then note down your personal name typewritten and leave some space because you have to put down your signature here. So now some hints about the content. What do you actually have to write down? You should always start with saying why you write this application. Let me just look for the note here. Here it is. Okay, so the first part after the address would be, why do you write this letter? For example, you could start with, I'm writing about your advert of 30th January on the internet. I would love to work as a swimming teacher this summer, or something like that. So always say, why do you write this letter to this person? In the second part, or in the second paragraph, im zweiten Absatz, give some general information about yourself, like the age, or are you a student, do you already work, where do you live? And here is an example. I'm 15 years old and currently a student of the 9th grade at the Käthe-Kollwitz-Gymnasium in Rostock. I have a medium, I have a very good level of English, so you could say something about your language skills. Make something up. This is not complete. Just make something up and think about the question, which general information might be helpful or necessary to talk about in this application, also considering what kind of job you are applying for. In the third part, you have to convince the person of yourself, of course. Say which experiences and character adjectives you can offer, which might be helpful in the job. So maybe you have already any work experiences, maybe you've got some experiences from your personal life, and also give lots of sophisticated character adjectives. Use the mind map that you created beforehand, and be really ambitious. And don't just use adjectives like good or bad. No, be more ambitious and really differentiated about your adjectives and the description of yourself. Okay, this is all of my explanation. Everything else is up to you. Everything else is up to your own creativity. You can now continue with the second task of this week. And I hope that this was clear. You can look for all the information one more time in your paper book. I said that before. If you want to read the information one more time for yourself, of course you can watch this video twice, thrice, 4 times, as you like. And I hope that you're doing fine. And I'm quite looking forward to seeing you again sometime, and I hope that this will be soon. Goodbye.